All right, second day of practice is wrapping up here on Beaver Lake. We caught up with Matt Stefan before he took off. And Matt, what I want to know right now is, you know, today is real windy. Yesterday, kind of same thing. We've had storms rolling through, but a lot of the talk right now has kind of been about, you know, sight fishing.
Yep.
What's going on out there with that?
Well, sight fishing will definitely be a player. I mean, it's you go into a lot of pockets and there's a lot of fish up. The problem is they're small. I've seen a handful of fish that are over 2 pounds, and at this point, it's one of those things where I think a lot of guys are going to have to make a decision about whether or not they want to chase 2-pound quality fish, or if they want to go fishing and hopefully have a better shot at a big fish.
So it's basically a lot of bucks, a lot of males up on beds right now.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of pairs too, but the females are, you know, 2 pounds with a male and a male that's only 1.5 pounds, or even smaller than that. And in 3 days, I don't know that the female is still going to be there. So it's going to be one of those things I think you'll have to stumble on a female during the tournament.
So in your mind, is that kind of a sign that there's a lot of pre-spawn fish yet? A lot of fish that haven't pulled up to the bank?
Yeah, I think the first wave is up right now, and that's what we're seeing. So I think there's a lot more fish that are still in the pre-spawn phase. The thing is, with the weather we've got coming in, I just don't know that we're going to see a whole lot of new fish move up, which personally I think the winners are probably going to do a little bit of a mix. They're going to have a couple of good days of bed fishing, and then they're going to get into the cuts, and they're going to pretty much just go fishing at that point and scrap up 10 to 12 pounds.
Okay. Now the other thing that we heard before this event is that, you know, they've had a lot of rain in this region, and it dirtied the water up a lot more than usual, especially for Beaver Lake, because the lower end of the lake is actually really clear, but people were saying there was some stain. Is it still like that?
No, it's really clear throughout. I mean, I haven't been up the river yet, but I heard there's a lot more visibility than there has been in previous years, all the way up to War Eagle. I've been from Prairie Creek towards the dam, more mid-lake stuff, and I've seen all the way down to 16 foot of water mid-lake, which is the clearest I've seen. And I know guys were down by the dam saying they could see in 20 foot of water, which, you know, is really gin clear. The only other place I know of where you can do that on a consistent basis is the Great Lakes. And I don't think the water clarity is going to be much of an issue. With the wind, you can get into some areas where it really does get muddied up, but in general, you can find the clear water if you want it.
So last question before I let you get out of here, what are we looking at for water temps right now?
It's really been pretty consistent anywhere you go in the low 60s. This morning I did see water temps that were 57, but for the most part, pretty much everywhere you go, you're looking at 61, somewhere in that range. Which I think is another good reason why there's still a lot more fish getting ready to move up. I think we're still a little bit cool, but you know, it's going to be a tournament where, again, guys are going to be able to do whatever they want to do. Bed fishing will play, but there'll be a lot of other ways to catch them too.
Well, there you go, hearing it from Bridgford Pro, Matt Stefan.